Hello and welcome back again to the MDL Grand Finals. We're going to be taking a look at game number 4, LGD Gaming versus LGD.Forever Young. I'm Lyrical, joined as well by Ryu. We've gone the distance, we've made it all work out, and it is down to this. LGD, they take the Warlock in their first pick. Ryu, how you doing? Oh my god, what are you even doing with your life? That is craziness. That's some noise.
That's what you sound like when you're trying to introduce somebody. Gosh, Lyrical, stop messing up all the time.
It happens.
5 seconds
I'm just kidding. I mess up way more.
Oh my god. Look
Mess
at that.
up all the time.
They did it again. You don't mess up. Be nice to yourself. You're a good guy. What a person.
Good guy. If only they saw me behind the scenes as they saw Lyrical. Lyrical's mean to me, guys. He hugs me and then afterwards he just body slams me on the ground and says, "I'm better at you at casting."
5 seconds.
I don't even know what you're saying anymore. You've lost your damn mind.
I'm just trying to get the bromance here.
I'm with
since we're potentially going to be casting the last game here, or it could be, like you said, the full reverse sweep potential coming in from LFY.
Yeah. Well, it's a nice opening, I think, for LGD.Forever Young. I expected them to go for the Sand King first pick overall, but they actually decided to take the Warlock. And, well, LGD.Forever Young, they get the two heroes that have felt most important in the series, Sand King and Lina.
5 seconds.
How are you going to count them now? So you already potentially know the mid hero. Lina can still be that 5 position, so can't be tricked into this situation. Lina plus Sand King is a really good, strong dual roaming core. Can't really pick up the TA, I want to say right now, but they might be thinking about it. Terrorblade's not really good for LGD gaming side now. Sand King and Lina are pretty good against those heroes. Against that hero. Let's see. What can they really pick now? I'm trying to think. There's nothing that's really strong right now. Maybe a Monkey King, but nothing's really... Okay, they're going to go back to this strategy.
This is nuts. I can't believe they're picking a Storm Spirit into Lina, Sand King first 2 with 3 more picks to counter it. That blows my mind. If I'm LG.Forever Young right now, I ban the Juggernaut and make Ame play something else. Like, I don't know. I think that LGD, like this, I don't know. The draft is very concerning to me for LGD gaming.
10 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Yep, there you go. There's your Magnus. Storm is interesting. It's kind of the same problem that Queen of Pain has. Sand King can just completely isolate the Storm, though. Blink in, stun. Lina follow up, more kills.
10 seconds remaining.
Not sure if he's gonna have the best time. This is a good time to ban out maybe a Lifestealer for LGD.Forever Young, and then maybe ban out the... What's another annoying hero in this game? Maybe ban Abaddon for one side. Abaddon for LFY could be really good for their offlane.
Yeah. I think that... I was thinking about Legion as well for LGD taking that maybe. Like then you have the Warlock.
I thought about Legion, but then I thought about the Abaddon. I was like, yeah. I like them playing Abaddon, seeing the way they played the Omni Knight.
Right.
But at the same time, yeah, because I think they have more success when they have these healing heroes in the back line.
LGD now, they get the Terrorblade taken away from them. There's still Juggernaut available. LGD.Forever Young is going to have a pick for themselves, so maybe they think about taking the Juggernaut instead. Or they could just go back for some more supports. Honestly, I wouldn't mind LGD being the ones to take the Legion Commander either and try and punish that safe lane a little bit.
5 seconds remaining.
They can do anything they really want to. There's just too many picks right now that are good for both sides. So it's kind of like what play style do you not want to play against? And LFY, they don't want the Magnus Jug combo. That's what they tell me. And then they don't want to deal with the split push from Terrorblade.
Right.
So, let's see. Let's talk about the 4 position, I guess, for LGD, what they really want to do. They have... I don't think... Ricky's necessarily that great for
Radiant team
LGD.
pick.
Well, I mean, they've already banned out the Earth Spirit here, so they can kind of... They've minimized the amount of options that LGD has available to them, and I think that's smart considering Storm Spirit's in the game. But I still think
10
LGD here, to
seconds
free up the Storm Spirit, they just take a very strong laning hero, and, well, they take another counter to Storm. Silencer there.
All right, Silencer. God bless Storm Spirit game. It's not going to feel good. Now their team fight's a lot stronger. They banned out the Terrorblade, so it's
10
really hard
seconds
to
Radiant team pick.
team fight. But now they have the lifesteal that we talked about earlier, and that was a pretty obvious pickup. Now, how are LFY going to try and counter this? Maybe a jug
10 seconds
for themselves.
remaining.
Have super strong laning. Troll is
5
still good
seconds
here.
remaining.
Yeah, I mean, they have enough answers for the Storm Spirit already, but they also
Reserve
need
time.
ways to save themselves from, like, the Lifestealer infest bombs with Storm. Like, particularly being able to just jump onto Silencer at the start of it. It might even be a game where you could think about... I still don't know if you can really justify Orchid first on Storm. But if you could get onto Silencer there, then you suddenly have this opportunity to blow him up at the start of the fight before he can even get a global off.
Just trying to think now, what do they really want to do? Silencer, like you said, is going to completely counter Storm. How does he want to play it this game? This is a good Lotus Orb, potentially, for the Storm, but you normally want to go into the Bloodstone, like you said, Orchid. How defensive is he going to have to play? If you play too defensive, then you just don't have enough farming items. I'm super scared for the Storm. But at the same time, we've seen it work out in the second game when it was scary. LFY are taking their time. They're thinking about this. Okay, another really good counter to Lifestealer. A really good hero against Storm Spirit too when you put the negative armor on him and you chase him down. Also a really good hero to get in the backlines, mess with the Warlock. I think that was the perfect pick. LGD are getting completely outdrafted this time around, just like last game. It's looking very scary for them. This might go to a game 5.
Scary stuff
5
indeed.
seconds
Well, a
remaining.
4th pick now. They are going to take the Ricky, so this tells me you're going to have that vision advantage, which you're going
just
to
have
want.
go around. Yeah, they need to go around the map and just get pickoffs.
Yeah.
For LGD, that's like their only chance in this game. Their team fight, they wanted to pick a really strong team fight lineup with Warlock, but it just didn't happen. They just got completely counterpicked. So now, pickoffs, vision game, like you said,
Remaining.
and then LFY, they got a super strong lineup. They can either pick
Reserve time.
their off lane next or another roaming 4.
Mm-hmm. And thinking about like the picks that you can come out now for LGD Gaming, I mean, it's sort of weird because a lot of the games that they played, it hasn't been built around split push. They're actually banning out the Darkseer, interestingly enough. I guess that would have been a pretty strong combo, but I feel like maybe more of the pickoff oriented to double down on it, like a Legion Commander or something.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Legion. That was a good Darkseer ban. You need to start
5 seconds.
you need to start. I can't do this anymore. You need to start banning out heroes that can go Greaves. So, hero like that. Obviously, Omnight's banned. LGD. Maybe they're going to go for the Tidehunter.
That is a hero that they like to take, and that would help out their team fight a lot. But then you're also running into problems with like lack of control. There's always going to be a problem for LGD. They're pretty far
10
behind in the
seconds
draft.
Remaining.
So
They could go Faceless Void.
5
And then it's kind of like
seconds
all in
remaining.
for the late game, but it's a really good hero against the enemy team lineup.
Radiant team.
I was actually
But-
going to mention this a little while ago. This seems real
That's
strong.
okay.
Double down on the vision.
They don't have enough AoE. Their lane clearing is all really Storm.
10 seconds.
I don't
remaining.
really like it because LGG are just going to put a lot of pressure on the lanes.
5 seconds remaining.
It's not. They're going to have to get a lot of kills early in Snowball. If they don't, this is an easy game for
Reserve
LGD.
time.
So LGD, they kind of have to play perfectly this game.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah. On LFY, they're going to take their Dragon Knight. This has been a staple for them when they have games where they feel like they can just close it out early.
Yep, this is one of those games where Dragon Knight's going to run at buildings and the enemy team can't stop him.
Yeah, Super Dragon Knight. It's pretty good. He's played this hero more than a few times.
All right, this is going to Game 5.
You think so?
I think so. Like I said, LGD, they have to play perfectly this game. We'll see if they can pull it off.
All right, game number 4 getting started. LGD versus LGD.FY. Previously, LFY were able to knock LGD out of the epicenter China qualifiers. Now on the verge of sweeping that back around the other direction. And it's going to probably be a lot on the back of this Ricky.
10 seconds remaining.
Need to make plays around the map. I believe that this one
5
is...
seconds remaining.
It's for LGD, I believe it's Victoria that's moving around. I'm not sure. It could be Old 11 potentially.
Yeah, we got Old 11 and Old Chicken in this game on the opposite sides.
It does look like it's Victoria that plays the Ricky for them. And it's actually Yao that's been playing the other support. So, easy peasy.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, Lyrical. Sum up this draft in the next 2 minutes. You got 2 minutes. I'm just kidding. You don't have to.
No, I'm down to. I like it.
All right,
I like
let's
the
see it.
challenge.
All right, we got you. I'm gonna be the play-by-play caster. I'm gonna start helping myself better myself in that area, and then you're gonna go for those analysts.
I love it.
Style. And then I'll help you, and then you help me.
I like it. That sounds great. So
Well,
the big things that I would say in this draft, then, if I'm gonna put my little analyst hat on, is multiple forms of initiation is still there for LGD. But it's all sneaky kinds of initiation, right? Like you got the Ricky sneaking in and you get the Life Stealer Bomb. Or like the Storm Spirit, likewise, you jump in and find that kill. So the problem that I see is that like if you eventually get into a gem on LFY, that's what's going to happen. They're all going to die.
they're all gonna die. Easiest quote of your life. It's probably gonna happen.
It doesn't look like they're going to break this smoke either. So this big movement in. LFY trying to assert dominance early. Will they get scouted? Will they get killed off? Doesn't look like it, at least for now. Yeah, everybody playing it very safe here. And Ricky in the Roche pit.
30 seconds.
Smoke is worn off now. They don't find anybody. Ricky is going to move out and now has scouted out the Sand King, who is over there to the side. More heroes will soon be coming out of there as well. And, yep, that's going to about do it. Doesn't look like they're going to get caught.
So, looks like the rune, we'll have to see if it gets stolen here. Meanwhile, you need to run away, Lifestealer, my friend. Rune is successfully stolen from the Ricky. But it's not that big of a deal. All this chip damage is a big deal, though.
Yeah. Pushing that DK back a little bit. Not what you want to have happen early on. He's also not going to get his block off. So Creep Wave on the Storm Spirit side. He's going to have a Ricky to help harass the Dragon Knight in lane. They decided to stick the Lina up in the top because they knew that, you know, you're going to just get ran at by the Ricky constantly. So all in all, a good start so far for LGD.
Yeah, LGD have kind of set this up where they can at least shut down the Dragon Knight, let Storm have a really nice early game here. And Sand King, though, he's going to have a nice time. Completely crushes Night Stalker. You got to make sure you don't feed too much on the Night Stalker here. And Ricky's going to come help out bottom lane. This might tip the favor towards Night Stalker eventually, but even trying to zone out a Sand King as a Ricky, it's not fun. They also have a Sentry Ward down here.
That's a little too far away.
Oh, there it is. Got it.
Nice. Well played. A lot of lag coming through on the server. Not a whole lot to do about that. We might be able to try.
Meanwhile, Sand King's getting run out. He doesn't have level 2. He gone dead. He'd be dead.
Yeah, they would have had vision in the area anyways. Now the right clicks
boots
come
for
through.
Ricky. Oh my goodness, what a boss!
I'd have done that one for free.
Big stuff. Well, so far lane's going quite well for LGD. You said they had to play perfectly in this game though, and starting it off in a good fashion. What's the big like mistake you need to be worried about for LGD? Like, what is the thing that if it happens, it's really hard to come back from?
I think just them grouping up on the enemy side and you not taking any trades, like Storm Spirit not getting an item, farming, or just no towers. Lifestealer also is going to suffer a lot from this early game. He's only got 3 CS, so they're going to have to make a lot of space for him to come back into it.
My Dota just crashed. I was having 70% packet loss, so hopefully I'm going to be back before anything else happens.
70%.
I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just letting people know what's going on. Now, I'm spreading knowledge, my man. That's what's going on here.
Sounds like the chat wheel.
The chat wheel?
The baby rage thing. Baby crying thing.
Goodness.
No, but you've only missed 2 kills, so it's fine.
Sounds good.
So there was like this kill that happened in mid lane. There was the dive. Ricky came in, killed the courier, and
I see the score. You realize you're not working. It's not happening.
I said JK because I already knew you would be logged in already, or back in the game.
Well, still a good little start here. Ricky is going to be in position to try and find this kill potentially on the courier. They're going to keep that Night Stalker alive.
This is a dead Sand King's going to get this kill here. One more.
I mean, he's going to end up dying for it and might just end up going down beforehand. So Sand King dies. In the meantime, the courier still being eyed up by the Ricky. He's going to stick around for a little while. But yeah, Dragon Knight a little bit too afraid. He'll now send out the courier as the 2-minute mark is there for the rune. Ricky's going to come in a little bit too late and not going to be able to get it.
I think it takes 3 at level 2 to get the courier here. Flying courier. We'll see. They also have speed burst.
Oh, he's looking to try it. 1, 2. Not there. Does force the speed burst.
You need to go. You need to have like 3 in cloak and daggers, or maybe phase boots, or you need to start from the cloak and dagger from behind first. But if you start from behind, then it might be too far away on the second one to attempt it. The attack.
Afu's rotating in here. They want to try and go onto the Night Stalker. They spot him out in the area. There's going to be the stun to follow it up. Void trying to turn it. It is going to be a runaway, though, and, well, Salve's up as well, so he's not going to die to the Caustic. Heads up play there as well, and he's going to be able to actually, unfortunately, get to Salve broken by the Caustic popping on Ricky, I think? I'm not sure if that's what happened.
Yeah, that's what happened. Meanwhile, Ricky gonna TP top lane, gonna try and take back their lane. Ame still doesn't have 3, doesn't have any way to open wounds. They can kill Silencer though. Actually, they can't kill Silencer. They need open wounds. They need like level 4 on Lifestealer.
Well, Burrow Strike again connects. They're able to find him, but still very tanky here. He's going to be able to avoid and just run away again. So Night Stalker still getting a lot out of this lane. Level 4 for himself, even though he's a little bit behind the Sand King. Not as bad as it could have gone.
Right. If it was daytime, these would be easy kills on the Night Stalker, but because it's night, he's able to, I guess, fly away super fast with his, what is it, 425 movement speed here?
Yeah, now he has phase boots as well.
So interesting. Let's see where the Night Stalker kind of goes for the next 3 minutes during the first night. Obviously, since he's not playing the roaming role, you would normally see him go to the to rotate, maybe try to get a kill on mid or somewhere. But since he's playing the off lane, the only place he can really go is to the off lane, unless they try and stick Ricky into the bottom lane to give him some EXP.
Right.
But it doesn't look like they want to do that.
Ooh, Storm is coming in here. He might actually get this courier snipe, but looks like they're going to send it the long way around. Might have some inclination that Storm was trying to do that, and well,
Storm's looking for the kill on the Lina. He's assuming the Lina was going to check the rune, but he didn't.
Okay.
That's why he was waiting.
Radiant scan. Don't spot out anybody. Storm still flirting with the idea, but he's instead just going to back out. And Ricky in towards mid yet again. The DD rune, he might just end up going back to farm a little bit. So by and large, a somewhat passive early laning phase here. Warlock is still only at level 2 because of all the pressure that's been applied, and it's the big level problem in general for the Dire right here. All of these side pulls have been giving them a lot of trouble.
Yeah, there's just no way they can really deal with the Weaver though right now. At least the Lifestealer is still keeping up with them, 25 to 34, considering how he's up against a tri-lane at the start of the game, and Weaver's unkillable.
Yeah. Ricky has been able to get a lot here. Victoria on a roll as far as levels are concerned, and you know, you are going to be able to keep the Dragon Knight at least a little bit off of the tower, as maybe just trading a couple hits with Super. And it's going to back out again.
All right, first nighttime is kind of a farming night. It's kind of not what you want, but as a off-lane Night Stalker, and them not having enough kill potential, it's, I guess, okay. Also, they popped Dragon Knight ulti first time. We're gonna have to keep our tabs on that. They got half the damage on the tower in the mid, almost half. So all in all, both teams maybe a little bit happy with this early laning stage because they didn't feed over too many kills. Sand King's also gonna have a really fast blink dagger if this can. Oh, he's gonna get.
Yeah, they got him. That's a nice one. Storm Spirit jumps in, but he's not going to be able to turn this back around at all. So unfortunate their combination of events, and it's now daytime. Night Stalker can rotate in here, but I don't know if he's really going to be able to do enough. Has level 6, still saving that point in case he wants to get Crippling Fear a little bit later, but should probably put those points into, I'm assuming, Void now. And he's still hanging on to him if he wants to go for Darkness and a Crippling Fear for a kill.
Yeah, it's always nice to have that fear even during the daytime. 3 seconds during day is very underrated. It's definitely not underwhelming.
Yeah. Ooh. It does look like now with that regen rune pop, though, they want to try and go on to this Weaver. They lay down the silence as well, try and pull him back in. They are going to be able to find him. Great play there as well. And now maybe going to be able to find more. Can they pull him down? No. Not able to do it. But the Storm Spirit still holds on to that regen rune. So they could even think about trying to get a little bit of a push going onto this tower maybe, or at least just taking out the rest of the jungle.
I'm over here.
This is really good. You just see how hard it is for the Dire side to get anything done against a Weaver. They need 4 heroes. Everything needs to be perfect. The silence. They needed the pull on the Storm. If he didn't have pull there, that would have been not a kill.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Zip, another pull.
Darkness, they got him. This could be another big one if they're able to find it. Silence actually went onto the Ricky instead of the Storm Spirit, and now trying to find this. Can they get into range? Little mini roll, but Weaver is there, and that will be the death of the Storm Spirit.
Good rotation in from Sand King. Else they wouldn't have got those return kills. Weaver as well. And this is going to be the pressure on the mid tower without even using the Dragon Form. So they can... Well, they did use the Dragon Form already. I was going to say they could go to a different lane and push, but it doesn't seem like they'd be able to. Warlock only level 4. Doesn't have ulti. So, not going to be able to do anything there.
Still keeping them off the tower is quite good, at least for the moment, but the reality is they can just fully commit to this, and they will do that. Meanwhile, bottom lane, there's going to be a jump in here. Afu should be going down as Storm Spirit still had some of the regen coming out. They find the Light Strike Array, but won't be able to find anything after the fact. So, well, actually, Sand King, if he's not careful, he might go down as well. They do have vision of him.
How much mana does... Oh, they just scanned out.
They're thinking about it. I don't want to go for it.
Trying to debate him in with that sentry. Well, now they know that he's here. Sand King...
Yeah. This is most likely going to be the death of the Ricky as he pops there to the Caustic. And
thank you for my Blink Dagger gold, almost.
Yeah. This timing is going to be so hard to deal with. Sand King getting that blink this early. It's a rough game.
Meanwhile, dead Warlock top lane.
Maybe even a dead Lifestealer if he's not too careful. Do they have any other rotations that come in? Doesn't look like it, at least for now. As Lifestealer just going to hang out inside a catapult for the moment, but this is going to die to the tower, I think. Maybe not. Maybe they'll kill off the tower before the catapult does. Mid lane, Night Stalker trying to mess around a little bit with that Sand King, and they will be able to get the pull, find the kill. Maybe Static Remnant just outside of range. He is actually going to walk away from this one. If they manage to get out, no, okay, he's dead. Night Stalker found him with the Void, and in the meantime, Lifestealer does get away as well.
Lifestealer is still not going to have that much of an impact on this game. He's going for the Midas. Doesn't even have it at 12 minutes in. Like, that's his catch-up in this game, but when you go Midas, you're not going to be able to really participate into the team fights like you really want to with the armlet and whatnot. So it's going to be a really hard game for Lifestealer. Oh, going to Rune Race. Aha! Bugs over. What the hell's a Lifestealer? I don't even know what Lifestealer is. A ghoul?
I mean, in the bottom
Bugs
lane,
versus ghouls.
Ricky was able to steal one away as well from the DK, so everybody's stealing runes. It's not bad. It looks like it's going to be a Midas pickup for the Night Stalker as well. Yeah, they just need maybe to get huge this game. Like, he is their be-all, end-all carry, and they need him to just have a hell of a game.
All in all, this is looking pretty darn good for LGD right now. Not to say that it's going to completely snowball in the other team's favor. They're only down 300 gold with having a lineup that isn't as strong as LFY. But because the Blink Dagger is online from Sand King, the Silencer ulti is online, this is going to get super scary. Oh, and they're on top of a ward.
They see him. There's the jump forward. That was a Night Stalker spying him out. Global Silence as well. Can they actually bring this guy down, though? He's fairly taking... Yeah, they end up using it. So three ultis used. And they only kill the Night Stalker. I mean, it's before his Midas. Actually, it's not before his Midas. His Midas has also been used.
Oh, career. Whoa.
Maybe they got it.
There you go. There's your 3 points in Cloak and Dagger that I was talking about.
I mean, this is not bad at all. And they saved Golem as well, so they're going to pop DK ulti. But I think that's an okay trade. You have your Midas done now on the Lifestealer as well?
I think it's good. I think it's a good trade. I wouldn't disagree. It's really good. They can drop the rock here if they really want to. Backstab coming in from Storm.
Yeah, they're thinking about going. Oh, Storm, you can't get caught like that, though. And, good silence there from the Ricky, saving the day for the moment. Golem drops down, Fatal Bonds as well. A hell of a lot of damage. Now maybe going to jump in, able to find himself that Lina, finds one kill, maybe going to be able to take another. There's so many heroes in the area, and with Motail showing up, Monet, he wants blood. He wants to kill these heroes off. Can they actually bring him down? He does not manage to get off the time lapse. The Lifestealer is going to go down, but nonetheless, it's maybe staying alive through all of this. He's still walking away from there. DK does pick off another. It's not going to be enough to bring him down, though it doesn't look like. And actually, the Sand King killed off the Storm Spirit. So at the end of the day, 4 dead. It could have been a lot better if the Storm Spirit got out of there alive, but didn't end up working out. LGD.Forever win the fight.
Man, that man fight between the DK and the Night Stalker.
Yeah.
There was also a man fight between the Sand King and the Storm earlier, too. It was so fun to watch. All right, DD. Let's see what's going to happen here. Scouting out. No sentries or dust. Ricky can see on the supports. See what he wants to do here.
That's a tough kill either way, right?
I mean, they can bring in the Storm Zip from very far away. Yeah, there's that one.
Okay. Static. Or rather, ulti from Ricky, and now dusted, now Lagoona'd, and now dead.
+2. +8 for a silencer.
Questionable move.
That's like a play that isn't too bad because it makes you think about rotating. It's unfortunate that Sand King immediately TP'd and as well as had a dust on him.
Yeah.
So I don't blame him for going for that poke and prod.
All right. Well, they are now in another little bit of a rough spot. You have Lifestealer that's up here and has a lot of trouble dealing with the Weaver. Like every time the Weaver comes in here, he just has to TP away, and they are going to be able to take a tier 1 tower in the bottom lane. Maybe is still sitting top of the net worth in spite of that death that happened a little bit earlier. Just needs his Vit booster now to finish off that Bloodstone, and maybe he can start picking up charges, because that is something he's going to be able to do in this game. They have 2 very squishy supports in Afu as well as this Silencer here.
Denied.
Well done.
been a lot of cheeky plays in this series so far.
Yeah.
A lot of denies, career kills, some good stuff. So I think the Ricky's killed. He only killed 1 courier this game, I think. I'm trying to think if they killed 2. That's 2,000 gold. It's a pretty big deal. They're gonna walk inside the Lina. Dust.
Oh, yeah, he's in trouble. Does have tricks of the trade, but can he get it off?
Oh my gosh!
What? Oh, wow.
It's outside the sentry, so they couldn't stun him or do anything else.
Man, down to 8 HP. That's a scary moment right there for a poor little Ricky, but he'll be healed back up in just a second.
So by making the Sand King waste his dust earlier, he was able to survive this initial gank. Okay. See, it was all planned. It's called and that ward from before just dewarded the silencer.
So the plan is that you die early, so that way you don't die later.
Yeah, come on, man. You gotta be with the memes.
All right.
Memes.
Well, you now start to get it to a point where LGD are going to be able to execute their draft. That's the scary thing that I see. You've got Armlet done on the Lifestealer, as well as all these Hand of Midases coming together, and Storm Spirit is just now picking up his Bloodstone. Like, there's not really anything else that LGD, I feel like, are waiting for at this time. And it's also 2 minutes until nighttime, but they have darkness.
Yep. And then once they get that Ags on their side, maybe they'll be able to find some better openings and whatnot. Because right now it's just the team fight superiority. Ooh, pop the smoke.
Scary moment, but they don't end up spotting out the Weaver's going to be able to get away. And now he knew that that rotation was coming in. Haste is going to be popped. You might think about going in on this for Storm Spirit in the mid lane. You caught sight of the Sand King for a second. They have the extra vision from Night Stalker. There's the jump in. They found him right at the start. They do have Global still available if they want to use it, but it's a scary one. There's the Silence now. Onto the Silencer. They're hastening up as well, trying to bring him down low. Can they find the kill? Getting to get the Global off. He's still getting right click. They are still caught there. The Global does come out. Storm Spirit trying
nice
to run
silence.
away. Will be able to make his way out of there. The rock comes down as well. No Tail in trouble, but the Storm Spirit is dead. That's Bloodstone charge is gone. It looks like Super should be able to live through this for the moment. I don't know if they have enough damage to bring him down, but Storm Spirit now back up and alive. They maybe can make this happen. There's a jump. Burrow Strike caught now. Then Rage comes out, though, and still going to think about chasing. Drum's going to be at that little bit of separation. Scorpion seeding over to the other shrine, and now he's going to try and come back into this fight.
Here comes Storm Zip.
Jump forward for it. He pulls back in onto one and trying to deal the damage. It's not
Smoke
quite
screen,
enough.
no mana.
Oh, man. So at the end of the day, you end up losing a couple. DK stays alive, and they had to buy back on the Sand King. A little bit into the favor of LGD. You'd still love to get more out of your Storm Spirit first rotation, though.
Yeah, it's unfortunate Storm dies, but I think that was a really good team fight. All things considered, they were able to get off the Silencer ulti eventually. That kind of completely turned the team fight around. They almost got him in time. Weaver did die before getting his Lincoln, so that's going to slow him down a little bit. But there's going to be a lot of downtime now. Should be able to farm up his Lincolns now, and that'll help out a lot for the next team fight. He just got completely melted during that last team fight. That was really good play from Ricky during that team fight. He had 2 clutch smoke screens.
I'll take that.
So that's only level 1 smoke screen too. He's going the right click build.
Yeah.
He's gonna have a lot of damage output in these team fights. Zip over here. Lina needs to be a little bit careful. She's gonna have the Yules so soon. Oh, not just kidding.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's a jump in, that's a kill, and Storm should be able to escape from that. They drop down a Cloud as well, Ricky, to make sure that nobody's able to find any pick off there, as Weaver and Super are chasing. He has BKB done now. So
Super doesn't have any catch though. Well, they found the Ricky.
He still does have tricks to trade, but will be brought down in the end. Another plus or -2 rather, and Ricky's a hero who does already have some trouble with int. He's now down to, what is it right now? Just 21 int. Oh, Night Stalker farming away. Do they spot this? He's only 200 gold away from his Aghanim Scepter as well, but I don't think that they can kill him off here. He's just going to run away after finishing off that creep.
Yeah, you need Blink on Dragon Knight as well as an Epicenter to even think about contesting him. So let's see. Until 2 minutes and 30 seconds till daytime. That's a very long time. They're gonna have to work with this Ags.
Top tower is under attack.
And they're coming in to fight. It is going to be there now. The tier 2 tower still dropping. They haven't popped Dragonite ulti yet.
Oh, they can. Do they see that? Sand King now.
Oh, they are about to get a lot of vision. There's the movement. They see it. Burrow strike down. Already caught him. But there's going to be the Warlock ulti onto 3. Storm Spirit there as well. But they managed to find him. Oh, Storm Spirit dropping down at the start of the fight. Not at all how you want to take it. They're still running down the Sand King and are going to be able to bring him down at least at the start of it. Trix keeping alive that. Ricky as well. They're going to be able to kite this really efficiently, keeping eyes on the Motail. They have been able to bring down one and now jumps inside, able to get out of there. Ricky is brought down though and trying to turn this fight. Ame is going to be able to do it. They only end up losing the Storm and the Ricky, but now they've also found this Weaver and vision onto him. Right clicks there, pulled back in. No, it's just Lincoln's pop. He still has some more mana though. Oh, but they juked him out. They still do have eyes, and that's going to almost be a kill. Motail pops the Shrine. They're actually out of mana on the Storm. He's still going to keep on juking.
They need a gem.
Oh, waiting. There is going to be the Void. No, we can't quite do it. Motail plays his way out. Monet on a tear.
Yeah. This is just a free Weaver game. If you don't make those plays like that, then you have no business being in this game. It's just super easy to do this without having enough lockdown. They have to use basically all their lockdowns just for the Weaver if they want to kill him.
Yeah.
So with the ultimates down, they're trying to make a play on bottom lane. Is this going to be a dead life stealer? Seems like it. Ricky wasn't able to scout out, unfortunately, so...
Oh, there's the Epi. He is going to just be chain locked down. And I mean, he finished off his Deso first, so that's something, but yeah, game picked off like that really hurts. And now all of these early game builds that you've gone for LFY, it's all to the tune of trying to knock down towers right now. It's still a 9-second BKB on DK. And Ricky Sand King. I mean, you got split push that's coming in, but yeah, this is feeling more and more like it's just in hand right now for LFY.
Question is, how are they going to approach the Roche pit?
Yeah.
LFY, because LGD have a really nice Roche defense. They have the Rock. They also have the Storm zipping in and out of the backlines. They can easily go into the backlines and kill the Lina or Silencer. So it's not easy. Let's see. Did they... trying to figure out what these pings are for. Trying to see if they had a ward scouting out the Sand King picking up the Invis Rune. Doesn't look like it. Scouting out to see if anyone's farming. Storm is just in no man's land right now. This could be good or bad. Good for farm. Bad if he dies. Mid lane though.
They're trying to run down the Ricky. Ooh, no! Quick fingers there by Victoria.
So here we go. Here's the Roche fight. They have ulti on Night Stalker. They need the gem. Surprised they don't pick up the gem yet.
And he's moving out pretty slow. I mean, likewise, this isn't the fastest Roche in the world. They're TPing in now with several. They really need to get into position. But they also need to make the most of this nighttime. They're thinking about jumping into this, but with Roche going down now, oh, they can't actually do it. This is going to actually be pretty tragic. And now you have to wait out an Aegis there onto the Weaver. Maybe they can burst him. You know, if they pop Darkness pretty soon, they're actually still looking for a fight, it looks like.
Yeah, they have really good vision in the dire side. It's really good if you can go into the... if you can kill off this Weaver...
All right, there it is. Immediately starting. No, but they went over onto the Storm Spirit, or onto the... oh, God, they went on the DK instead. Motail appeared for a minute, but they had their eyes transfixed onto Super. And then they end up going onto him. It all goes wrong. Ame now going to be brought down. That is huge.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Oh, they spotted him out right there for a moment, the smoke that was coming out, and unfortunately they had already decided to go on to Super, and then he just pops BKB, turns to fight.
Yeah, if they were able to get on top of the Silencer before he got off his ulti, that could have been a really good team fight for them. Fortunately, it's still been the story of the game. Silencer ulti up, Storm goes in, dies. It's pretty cut and dry so far. And, well, not even close to his Lincolns this game on Storm. It's kind of like the same situation as we saw in the second game of this series. Let's see if he can bring it back once he does get that Lincolns, though.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see. And again, you've got like these items that are going to be good for as you get later into the game. Night Stalker has a Solar Crest here. I'd kind of agree with you that Gem would really be appreciated, and he does finally go back for it. I guess that they decided they want more ways to try and make sure maybe stays alive, which is understandable. And it is still now going to be like this nice timing, but the problem that we always end up seeing with these Night Stalker drafts is that sometimes it's like, all right, you can have ultimate vision all over the map, but what can you really do besides see that they're coming to knock on your front door and try and tear down your base?
Yeah, they'll have maybe a rough time. Let's see, gonna scout out this ward here. They might have a rough time holding the high ground, but they'll always have the zip in into the back lines.
Yeah.
You basically need this Riki to kind of scout out the silencer in the back or something. But at the same time, even if they do kill off the silencer, they need to make sure they don't get burned by the Sand King that's coming in as well.
All right. Oh, they're
Warlock.
not quite going to have vision. They find him first. They go back in. All right, a lot of heroes grouped up together. They drop down another ward as well as some more vision there. There's the jump in. They've been able to find one. They are going to be able to take down that Sand King right at the start of it. Global comes out, though. Is this going to be able to do enough in the course of this team fight? Jump forward. They've already killed off the Night Stalker as well, but they still have the vision because of those wards that have been placed down. Now Storm Spirit trying to find the kills in this fight. Tricks the trade doing a good amount as well, and Ame trying to man up against this DK, but he is just so strong, and they kill off another as well. Riki goes down. Somehow Storm makes it out of that. But you still end up losing a lot in that fight. And with that respawn talent, you're back in an instant for the Sand King. This is a great time to have it.
Now they're going to go high ground. 1 minute left on the Aegis for them to work with. They'll have the Warlock up for the Fatal Bonds to help out. Need to be careful with the Storm.
He wants
does have his Lincolns up, so that's going to help him.
Yeah, good cutting of the creep wave there, but it is still going to be the tower down. They have a Peevil, but the first lane of barracks, I think it's a good decision to not overcommit here. But they might end up losing the Storm by the Lina. All right, they spot her moving over now, and he's just going to back away. Good decision there, and going to end up having to TP back home, I think. Maybe? They have the Lifestealer as well. Are they going to try and go for this? They spot him out. There's going to be the catch. Oh, no. And Afu, that is going to be the Lincoln Sphere popped for that one. They try and bring him down. So is going to be a kill going that direction. And with Night Stalker dead, they have to come back and defend against this. They're Super and Weaver are just in their base. Instead, they're trying to focus down the rest of these juicy supports. And there's the jump forward. They found the silencer yet again. Ame there. They pop the rage, turn to fight, taking him down in 3. Nicely done there as well. Silence on the Motail. Epicenter comes out, and Ame needs to jump inside of a creep, but they've got the Epicenter. He is going to drop as well. They pop the DK ulti. Now the eyes up towards the top barracks. And they just don't have a great answer. They're going to have to buy back and fight this.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
All right, Aegis down. Maybe this is the way into it. Maybe now they can take the fight. Weaver's still doing a lot. They pop the BKB, turning to bring down that Storm, and he is going to die indeed. Ame with nowhere to go. That's 3 dead. LGD.Forever Young are thinking about pulling it back for a reverse sweep. It's 2-2 now in this series.
Yeah, they just completely outpicked, I feel, in these last 2 games. There's just not a good enough answer for the Silencer this game. Silencer completely countered the Storm and what he wanted to do the whole game. He tries to zip in, dies every single time. Really good play coming in from him. Even when they got the Night Stalker Ags, they still were the ones that were getting gone on. So, good vision play from Night Stalker.
Are you able to see the results from that or no? I can't. It's
The game coordinator is attempting to send match results.
All right, so we can't actually see the stats, but really good play from LFY. Game number 5, who do you think has it?
It's going to come down to the draft I think the story of all 4 games has been. I think the first game, it was a bit of an outdraft for LGD. Second game, it could have went either way. Third game, the Lina last pick completely outdrafted LGD because they had no answers for the Lina, and then they also had no answers for the Terrorblade in this game as well. They went for this split pick-off lineup, but they lost too many towers and too much map control. They didn't contest that first Roche. If they had contested that Roche a little bit sooner, this game might have been a lot different. They could have maybe potentially taken it a lot later. That's where the Night Stalker and the Storm could have maybe taken over the game, but Storm just got shut down so heavily. He wasn't able to do anything. And then now, like I said, this next game is going to come down to, I feel, mostly the draft here.
Okay. Well, let's get right into it. Don't want to wait around for anybody. We're just going to hop right into game number 5. Stick around, everybody. More from the MDL Grand Finals, the Chinese qualifiers in just a few. Lyrical and Ryu, see you guys then.